thank you to Dubby for their generous donation on Patreon. If you'd like to join them in their generosity, the link to my Patreon page is in the description. By the time all the exams were dealt with and the discharge papers were filled, Mom had finally arrived. Anki told me he'd let her know about my potential discharge, but I didn't think she'd actually manage to get time off from work to come pick me up. I just hope she doesn't get any trouble over this. Getting into the change of clothes she brought for me was harder than I thought. Putting my shorts on while wearing a cast was probably one of the most unpleasant experiences of my life. After 18 years since I was born, needing my mom's help to put my underwear on and shorts on has to be the biggest step back I've ever taken. Oh, Jesus. You guys sure you don't need a ride? Are you kidding? Your family's car is tiny, and you need to take the wheelchair with you. There's no way the two of us would fit.
Yeah. Besides, you're going home right now. It's only fair that you go with your family. Outsiders are not allowed.
I really don't like you hearing you call yourself an outsider.
Too bad. It's the truth.
I hope I've been trying this thing with June's voice, where when he was focusing more on pretending, his voice was higher and unnatural given his age. But like his internal dialogue, and whenever he would break down the facade, then it went to like a more natural, lower tone. And now that he's trying to be more genuine and open about his feelings, I'm basically changing his voice in a way, pitching it down, making it kind of more realistic. But that's what I've been doing with his voice the entire time. That's why it's been kind of inconsistent. It's been on purpose, even if, I don't know if it's been necessary, but that's been kind of the point, because he was putting on a mask. So it makes sense putting on a voice, that type of thing. Oh, yeah, but I also know how badly you guys took my absence these past 2 weeks. I won't lie, I still don't feel like I'm 100% ready to face everyone. It's been one of the hardest weeks of my life, realizing that everything I've worked for and all the hard work I put in was for nothing. It hit me really hard. Tis the season. The fucking vent has come on again. Hasn't been a problem for not years, but months, since near the first few months we've been in this house. So used to living in apartments, I'm back to a house. It's weird. But the vent has joined us. Hopefully with this new microphone it isn't as big a problem, but I can see the feedback. You can still kind of hear it. For the first few days I couldn't bring myself to eat or to care. I really did think to myself at one point, if this is what it'll be like, what's the point in continuing to live? I was very quickly shocked out of that thought process by the overwhelming support I got from Aki. He really did go above and beyond to help me as much as he could, putting my well-being above even his own. I could tell how much of a toll it was taking on him, and that's when I really realized that I needed to shape myself up. Having my little brother sacrifice himself to help me? Unacceptable! I wouldn't be able to live with myself if I kept being a burden to him and Mom. But I still needed to keep everyone else away, at least for a while. Jesus, the Mom's eyes are still terrifying in a way. Until I could deal with the storm of emotions going on inside me, the last thing I wanted was for them to see me at rock bottom. Because if they did know just how far I fell, they'd worry about me even more. And that's something I wouldn't be able to take at all. I don't think I'm 100% ready yet, but I also can't keep delaying it much longer. From Shuichi and June's reactions earlier, I could tell I made them wait too much as is. Any longer and they might have broken. Oof, it's a scary thought. I definitely can't leave them alone for that long next time. I need to do better. Can you guys at least drop by the house when you get back to the neighborhood? I want to catch up a little. Seriously? Do you not know the meaning of the word rest? You're going home after over a week in the hospital. Yeah, take it from me. It can be really overwhelming. You might need some time just to get your bearings back. I'll be fine. I spent 2 whole weeks stuck to a bed with wheels. I want to do stuff by myself and get control of my life back. Make the best out of a bad situation. Man, you're stronger than I gave you credit for.
I wish. It's totally just a front, but I'm glad you brought it. You bought it.
Good going, me. You're better at this than I thought. Though June doesn't look all that convinced, maybe one final push? Yeah, that should do it. If anything, I just want some news of the outside world. You got no idea how boring it gets being stuck in a room for weeks with nothing but the nurses and talking about their kids and families when they visit. I can imagine. Oh, really? And what was I? Decoration? You certainly are cute enough for the part. But no, you were the only thing keeping me sane for the past week. Really, Aki. Thanks. I love you so much.
I didn't. Love you too, idiot. Baka.
I've got you right where I want you.
Oh, really? You've been so sweet lately, I might get used to it. Oops, I might have pushed a little too much. Aki's face is so red, I think he might burst. Quickly reach out with my hand to pet him, ruffling the fur atop his head as I do so. Okay, then, enough goofing off. I've had just about enough of being in this hospital. I want to get home again. Can you help me get to the car? Get in the car?
Yeah, of course.
And you guys, please do come over today.
Yes, sir.
Gotcha. You don't have to glare at us so much, though. You're going to break poor June here. That's only because I know you guys will try to be your stupid, considerate selves and give me time or whatever. Thing is, I don't want time. I already had a lot of time to myself and to stew in my own thoughts. I want to keep myself occupied right now. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Okay, if you're absolutely sure about it.
I am. And don't make me say it twice.
Rutherford, Aki, let's get going. I was able to negotiate with my bosses so I'd be allowed to dip out of work real quick, but I still have to get back.
Really? Nichan just got discharged and you have to go back to work? Can't you stay home?
I can't, baby. I
have never learned how to say the word baby naturally. Ever. I can't do it. That word is my kryptonite. I can't fucking say it naturally.
But I did manage to clear my schedule a little bit, so I should be home by 9 tonight.
Oh. It's all right. Mom is working really hard to take care of us.
I know that.
Once I'm securely in the back seat of the car, Aki closes the door behind me and goes around the car to get in the front seat. Usually I'd be the one riding shotgun, but I kind of need the extra space more than anything right now. Giving a last wave, we depart, finally leaving this horrible place behind me and heading back home again. God, I hate hospitals. An hour later. Man, even being away for 2 weeks is already enough to leave my room completely foreign to me. But waiting by myself while Aki went to take a bath, and since he apparently didn't get the chance to since leaving the house this morning, which reminds me, I'm just glad that I'll be able to more or less bathe myself unattended. I might need some help putting my clothes on after, but that's nowhere near as bad as having nurses helping me with that. At first I felt too dead inside to care, but the better I got, the more self-conscious I became. It's good to be home. Although, there's so much tennis stuff in my room. All of this, I have no use for anymore. Looking around makes me feel really nostalgic and really sad. I wonder if I could throw it all away or at least hide it in my closet or something. I don't want to be reminded of it. I don't want the memories to be staring me in the face. I don't want to think of what I lost every time I look around. It's not fair.
Nichan, can I come in?
Sure. Aki walks in the room, a damp towel clinging to it around his shoulders and passing behind his neck, leaving wet spots on the top of the shirt he just put on. Is it okay for your shirt to be that wet since you just got out of the bath?
It's hot.
He says that like it's the most natural thing to say. You think I don't know that it's hot? I'm wearing a fucking cast here. That's uncomfortable as hell.
You settling in? Do you need me to get you anything?
You don't have to fuss over me. I can handle myself.
Oh, is that so? You're gonna go up and down the stairs whenever you need something?
I wouldn't be able to do that.
Didn't think so. Stop being so stubborn and just let me help you.
How do I put this? Aki is still being incredibly blunt all the time, but he's also softer, or at least he's being way more attentive than usual. I mean, he can have his cute moments when he wants to. No doubt he does it because he knows I'll give him anything if he acts like that. But now, it kind of feels like he's being more aware of me than he was before. Am I imagining things?
I brought you a water bottle, by the way. I put it in a thermos flask so it doesn't get too warm too fast.
Huh? Thanks. I don't mind room temperature water, though. It's fine.
I see.
Aki sits next to me on the bed, quickly leaning back and letting his entire back fall on the mattress with the soft ruffling of the sheets.
Nichan, you need a new bed. The foam in this one is all soft now.
I like a softer bed, thank you very much. It's way better than that hard, lumpy thing in the hospital.
I guess that makes sense.
What the hell is this conversation even supposed to be? You were always chatty in the hospital, and now we're home, you're suddenly being quiet and coy. I mean, come on, talking about the weather? My bed? Aki, is everything okay? You're acting a bit weird.
Not really. I'm just fine. Are you okay?
I'm not quite sure how to answer that. More than anything, I have no idea where this conversation is even going right now. I'm all right. Not sure what to tell you.
Really? Because it kind of feels like you shouldn't be.
Huh? I see. So that's what it was. You're worrying about me again, aren't you?
Well, yeah.
Just looking around your room gets me a little bit worried. Your tennis gear is thrown around, and there's some posters on the wall by your dresser. I see where you're going with this. So you are worried about it too. You're more similar to me than I thought when it comes to these kinds of things. Yeah, I was thinking of putting it all away. Get a fresh start, you know?
Nichan, you don't have to force yourself to do that if you don't want to. Doesn't it bother you at all to get rid of it? You spent years collecting some of this stuff.
Not really. It's just junk now. Come on, don't look at me like that. It makes me feel bad. Don't look so sad for me. Makes it harder for me to ignore my own complicated feelings. Aki, aren't you worrying about this a little too much?
How can you say that?
I guess if it bothers you so much, you can keep some of it. Pick whatever you like. I'll probably just give away the rest and throw away what can't be salvaged.
That is not the point.
My phone vibrates on top of my nightstand. It's a good time, too. I have a feeling this conversation would become a little too much of a downer if we didn't cut away from it, at least a little bit. Oh, sorry, let me just check what that is. It's June and Shuichi. They finally got here from the hospital. Did you go downstairs and let them in?
Okay.
Please don't be like that, Aki. Don't look like you're so upset about it. I'm doing my best to try and stay cheerful here. Just like Rutherford not being aware of the people around him. Aki was like molding himself in Rutherford's image. And now that he doesn't have that, he doesn't want Rutherford to lose it, because then what does Aki have? His dead dad? I won't be able to keep it up if you're acting so sad for me now that we're home. Then again, I think asking you to stay fake cheerful the entire time like you did in the hospital would be too cruel. Sorry, Aki. I'm burdening you too much. The group is here again. Aki opens the door, bringing the two others walking right in behind him inside. Sorry for the intrusion. How you doing, Rutherford? I'm doing pretty okay, all things considered. Happy to be home again.
And you don't have to apologize, Jun-san. Nichan was the one who asked you guys to come over. You're not intruding at all.
Oh, Aki's changed back to his cheerful self really quickly. Guess even he doesn't want those two to see him like that, huh? Yeah, what Aki said. You apologize too much. I do? I'm sorry. What did I just say?
Hey, Rutherford, I didn't ask this before, but what's the plan for your recovery right now?
Well, doctor said I shouldn't need to wear the cast for too long, 1 or 2 weeks at most. Then we start on physical therapy. He said that should take about a year at most before I'm able to walk around normally. But that since my body is really healthy and fit, it might go by in a flash instead.
Here's hoping. It's gotta suck to take a wheelchair everywhere, huh? Honestly, the wheelchair was just because the hospital insisted. I'm more planning to wear crutches instead.
What? But you just got out of the hospital.
Seriously, you're already defying doctor's orders? You're impossible. How are you two even surprised?
Don't side with them, twerp.
I won't side with you when you're being unreasonable just because you're my brother. I thought you would have been clear by now. I thought that would have been clear by now.
What a pain in the ass. Rutherford-san, please don't push yourself. You need to follow the doctor's orders so your recovery can go as planned. It's fine. I won't try to put any weight on my leg or anything. Hell, I couldn't even if I wanted to. I just want to be a bit more mobile. Mom already agreed to get me crutches tomorrow.
Miyazaki-san, please push back a little.
It's a good thing Mizuguchi-san and Keisuke-san aren't here, otherwise you'd never hear the end of it.
Oh yeah, speaking of them, I'm guessing they're at the tournament right now?
As soon as I brought the tournament up, everyone's mood tanked. They were probably trying not to bring it up, huh?
Seriously though, were you guys thinking I'd forget or something? I've been preparing all year, of course I wouldn't.
Jeez, brighten up a little, would you? You guys look like you're at a funeral. It's just...
We were trying not to bring that up.
Yep, nailed it. Man, I'm really good at this. I gotta give myself more credit. It's alright, you guys don't need to worry about it. But you know what? Maybe we should call them. I'm sure Sai and K-kun would be really surprised to hear from me like that. It'll even be better if they won their matches, then I get to congratulate them. Is that alright?
Sure, why wouldn't it be? They're my friends. I need to help cheer them on now that I can't be there.
But you know, you guys don't have to step on eggshells around me all the time. I already told you, I'm doing okay. I just have had time to digest it, and I've come to terms with it. Yeah, that's right. Alright, now it's my job to keep everyone's spirits up. If I let myself be down in the dumps, I'd only drag them down with me as they drown themselves in concern for me. I know that life goes on. Things have to get back to normal eventually, but I also know them better than anyone. There's no way they'd find a way to be at peace with it if I wasn't. They're stupid considerate like that. So for their sake, I need to be okay with it. Right now, that is all that matters. You know the fun thing? It's not really fun. The interesting thing is that all the stuff that Jun's been beating himself over about for doing the putting on a face and doing all the other stuff, that's literally what Rutherford's been doing too, and what he's doing right now. They're doing the same shit but have different feelings about the thing. That's the different factor here. Rutherford, you really are strong. What is this, a reprise? Being pretty sure you said the same thing just an hour ago. But it's true. Well, like I said, all things considered, I'm doing pretty well. I mean, the news took me a bit by surprise at first, but it's also kind of a relief. Relief? Nichan, you're kidding, right? Why would I be? For the past 3 years, tennis has been nothing but suffocating to me. It stopped being fun a long time ago. I guess I was only sticking with it because I felt I had put too much effort into it to stop now. I felt guilty whenever I thought about it. But now, I don't have to. I can do whatever I want. If you think about it, it's a pretty great situation to be in. That's why you guys don't have to look so sad, okay? This just might be a blessing in disguise. Nichan, I didn't know you felt that way. Shuichi's not buying it. Sorry, Aki. More than anything, I really wanted to be a good role model to you.
You've been using me as an inspiration for tennis for the longest time. I didn't want to say I wanted to quit it and let you down.
But you didn't have to do that just for me.
What's that? Is it any surprise that I'd be thinking about you? I'm your older brother, after all.
Nichan.
Hey there, don't look like you're about to burst into tears like that.
Yeah.
That's right, you're a really good boy deep down, Aki. I can't let what's happened to me ruin your enthusiasm for tennis. No matter what happens, I'll continue to nurture you as much as I can. That's my job.
Rutherford, you know, you're a lot more mature than I gave you credit for.
What's that supposed to mean?
I mean, I've been teasing you for years about how I felt like I was pretty much an older brother to you. But now you surprised me with how mature you really are. I think it might just be the other way around after all.
I'm glad you finally see me for what I truly am.
Don't go get cut and getting cocky now.
As if. The only one still looking conflicted is June.
But I can't think of anything I can say that I haven't said already.
Come on, just buy it already. Oh yeah, this is overt trying to push like, hey, you know the shit that June was like destroying himself over? We're doing the same thing. So there's going to be a moment where we talk about it and we both realize what we've been doing, and that neither extreme, being totally cool with it and totally hating myself for it, is going to be, neither one of those is the healthy thing. Just, oh God, it's going to happen. And I cannot imagine writing that kind of scene. I don't envy you, Basket. I do not envy you right now. I guess if that's how you really feel, there's nothing anyone can do about it. No one should be forced to stick with something if they really don't like it.
He's talking about the piano. Crap. He's not buying it at all.
Yeah, I kind of regret letting it come this far. Guess quitting took a lot more courage than I had. That's my mistake. I'm going to need to figure out what I'm going to do with my life now. Tennis always felt like a given, so I never stopped to think about it. Seriously, what am I even going to do? We're in our senior year already. The situation's way worse than I thought.
Relax, you have time to think. We can help you with that.
Thanks. It means a lot to me, Shuichi. I clapped my hands together twice as if to bring an end to this topic of conversation. Spreading my arms wide with as big a smile as I could muster, I forced as much enthusiasm into my voice as I could. All right! I'm not. That's more enthusiasm than is acceptable. All right, now. So, should we call Saya and Keisuke or not? I'm sure they'd want to hear from me. Did you guys even tell them I was discharged? Crap, I forgot. Oh, look at June. Look at June. Sad boy. See, that won't do. You know Saya will get pissed at you for that, right? I am very aware of that. On the other hand, it might have seriously distracted them at an important time if it was right before a match. So maybe it was for the best. I hope you don't mind if I borrow that excuse when she asks. I don't want her to flay me alive. Come on, Saya might be a bit aggressive, but she's not that bad. Okay, Shuichi, give me your phone. If I call her from mine, it'll be a dead giveaway. Speaking of which, I had to buy a new phone. I swear. First I break the one during a fit of rage, and the other one breaks during the accident. What am I, the phone destroyer? The phone graveyard where phones go to die. Ugh, no, let's not think of that. That's strangely morbid. Here you go. Yes, I on speed dial. That should make it easier, actually. I don't really remember her number after all. Alright, it's dialing. Here, put on speakerphone. Talk to her like normal and get her to bring Keisuke on the line too. Let me surprise him. Yes, sir. Seeing Shuichi so super happy to play along is definitely a little bit heartwarming. I really needed to see them smiling like this right now. Hello, Sho-chan? Yo, Saya, is it a bad time to call? I just got home. No, not at all. We just got back to the hotel. Really? Man, your matches ran long. I kind of made Kei-chan stick around to help me practice. I've expected to hear a "Don't call me Kei-chan" coming from the background. I guess he's not anywhere close enough to hear her talk. Shame. Really? That's just cruel. Do remember other people don't have as much stamina as you do, will ya? It's fine. We came back to the hotel after the third time he said he was too tired.
Wait a second, you waited until he had to say it 3 times? What? That's awful. Is he even still alive?
Of course he's alive. I just dropped him by his room.
Could you go back? I wanted to talk to both of you.
To both of us? Like, on speakerphone?
Yeah, you both said you wanted me to keep you updated. It's easier to tell you both stuff at once. Then I don't have to keep asking myself if I forgot to tell one of you something.
Okay, give me a second.
Footsteps echo from the other side of the line, followed by what seems to be the sound of distant knocking. Pretty sure I could make out the words, "Don't just knock and open the door," followed by, "Get out, get out." Saya John, what did you do now?
He'll be by in a second. He's putting his underwear on.
Oh, did you just walk in on him naked?
Yeah.
How can you even say that with a straight face?
What about it? It's a dick. It's not the first one I've seen either.
Both June and Aki choke at the same time, probably caught by surprise by this kind of answer. Oh man, is this how Saya and Shuichi talk when they're alone? That's kind of scary.
Huh? What was that?
I just knocked on something, choked on the water I was drinking. Thanks a lot for that.
Oh, sorry.
Wait, you actually bought that? That wasn't convincing at all.
By the way, did you manage to talk to Jun-kun today like you wanted to?
Ooh! Wow.
Don't me. You're the one who's been saying you want to talk to him about...
Yes, I did. I did talk to him. Everything's been talked through. You don't need to remind me.
Really? So if I call him after this and ask, he'll actually confirm that you did?
You're not my mother. Please stop prying so much.
I will when you stop being so shit at taking care of the things you need to do. What are they talking about?
You wanted to talk to June? What about? I tried giving them both a look, but neither of them has anything to say about it. Wait, are they avoiding looking at me in the eyes entirely? What's going on here? I liked it better when you were bothering Keisuke-kun instead of me.
Huh? What does that mean?
The sound of a door being opened echoes through the call, followed by the sound of a man grumbling. Hearing Keisuke's deeper voice again is kind of nostalgic, even if he's just complaining. What is it?
It's Sho-chan. He said he just got home and wanted to give us an update.
Oh, that's not so bad. Is that why you have it on speakerphone?
That's right.
Did something happen, Shuichi?
Wait, since when are these two on a first-name basis? Shuichi didn't even blink at that either.
You see, truth is we've been given a big update. Oh? Is it a good update or a bad update? Decide for yourselves.
What does that even mean?
Rutherford finally allowed visitors today. We all got a chance to see him.
Huh? Really?
Shuichi, are you serious? That I am. What's more, he got discharged from the hospital. Are you serious? Just as serious as I was the first time you asked me that 10 seconds ago.
Oh man, that's so not fair. Why right when we leave town?
I wanted to talk to Rutherford-san too. About that, that leads me to the last part of my news. Is there something else? Shuichi looks at me with a smile. There it is, clear as day, the signal for me to butt in. Saya, Kei-kun, good job today. How are your matches?
Rutherford!
Senpai, is that really you? Yeah, sorry about that. I really wanted to surprise you guys, so I asked Shuichi to call and put it on speakerphone.
Jun and Aki are here with me too, by the way. Good evening.
Hope you guys did well today.
That was cruel, Sho-chan.
Sorry, in my defense, it wasn't my idea at all. Hey, I just got out of the hospital and you're already putting the blame on me? What the hell is that? What the crap? I was about to say something real bad. What? And you're already... What? What is... Okay, maybe I'm just an idiot, but... And you're already putting the blame on me. What was he about to say? Yeah, you just say it's something really bad. Throwing shit at? I don't know. I don't know what the fuck he was gonna say. That I am. Can someone say in the comments what the fuck that was? It's probably very obvious, but I'm just a fucking idiot. Rutherford, how are you? Are you doing okay? Do you need me to come over? I'll hop on the first train I can. Settle down, Saya. There's still the last day of competition. You can't just up and leave like that. But you're way more important. Rutherford, son, I'm really sorry. It must be a terrible timing for us to be here when... I'll stop you right there, K-Kun. By the way, those fucking eyes. Jesus, the fucking eyes when they lose the fucking pupil like that in this game is fucking haunting. I'll stop you right there, K-Kun. There's nothing to apologize for. I'm doing alright, really. I've come to terms with it. Now, come on. Tell me how your matches went. I want to know what happened while I was away.
Okay. Let me think for a second.
Saya and K-Kun ended up recounting to us in very good detail the matches they played, the results, who their opponents were, all of that. Saya, as already expected, breezed through all of her matches, qualifying for the semi-final round tomorrow with ease. Didn't even drop a single set. She really is a force of nature in the female brackets, isn't she? There's no one left in the country to pose any kind of challenge for her. As for K-Kun, the story was a bit different. It seems he's been extra motivated and working really hard. He actually played a match against Yuya-kun, who despite a finishing second in the prefectural round, wasn't a seeded player for this competition. Seems Keisuke managed to beat the odds, winning a very close match during the quarterfinals with a score of 7-5, 4-6, 6-4. I had nothing but words of praise to give both of them, especially to Keisuke, who seems to have improved so much since the last competition. I'm filled with pride just thinking that all the time he and I spent playing against each other and practicing together wasn't wasted for him. I'm so glad I was able to help him, even just a little bit. Before long, we ended up talking for over an hour, idly chatting about a bunch of random, unimportant things. The overall mood improved so much just by having me around again, according to Saya. See, my absence had affected everyone so much more than I ever thought it would. Once again, I silently cursed myself for staying away for so long, since I did them all no favors. Still, I'm happy to talk to them all again. Everyone, thanks so much for caring for me. Sometime later. Holy shit, this update has been going for over 2 hours. What the hell? Even without realizing it, time continued to pass along at a fast pace. Yeah, I fucking wish. It was only when Shuichi's phone started to ring that we snapped out of our chat and turning our heads to look at him. Oop, oh man, time really flew by. What do you mean? I set an alarm to make sure I wouldn't lose track of time and miss my curfew. Looks like I was right to do that. I really need to get going.
Really? What is it? Oh, wow, it's almost 9.
Jun leaned over Shuichi's shoulder, peering at the screen of his phone to check the time, his eyes going wide as soon as he got a good view of it. Yeah, your parents are probably wondering where you are by now.
I didn't even realize it until now, but I'm actually really hungry. I didn't have dinner yet.
That's the first thing you think of? I'll walk you guys out to the door. Thank you, Aki-kun. Turning back to face me, Shuichi smiled once again. It's good to see some energy and enthusiasm back on his face. Rutherford, I'll try talking to you again tomorrow. Will you be going to school? Starting on Monday, I should be getting back, yeah. I need to catch up on all the work I missed while I was away.
Oh, right. I'll come by tomorrow to bring you the homework. Ayaka-san has been writing it all down and copying her notes for you.
Really? Do they even know what happened to me? We, told everyone that you were on bed rest at home due to some kind of flu, but that we didn't give all the details. Really? You don't think that it would fall apart the moment I walk into school with a cast on my knee? It was just so we could avoid any kind of media attention bothering you while you recovered. Guess that's fair. I'm not looking forward to having to deal with that once it gets out. Either way, I'll be going now. Should I let the teachers know the details so they can be prepared for her when you get back to class on Monday? Yeah, that'd help me a lot. I'm on it. Aki opens the door, gesturing for the others to follow him. Rutherford, see you tomorrow. It was good to talk to you again. You bet. See ya. I'll be right back, Nichan. Okay. The three of them walk through the door, with Shuichi and Aki chatting and laughing ahead of the pack. However, Jun hangs back by the doorway,
turning back to look at me with those bright eyes full of concern. Seeing him like this is like a dagger driving through my heart. Hey, Rutherford-san, are you really okay?
What? Of course!
All right. He knows. He knows. He recognizes it. He recognizes it. Of course, I'm not. No, not now. What? Oh, those are tears. Okay. Hold it back, Rutherford. If you start crying now, if you let your spirit break now, I don't know if I'd ever recover. He will be back soon. I can't let him see me like this. I need to make sure they're all right. I won't let myself be the reason why they're miserable. Jesus. Wow. Really does go to show just how much, like, the mirror effect of what June's been facing and, oh, Christ. Man. Jesus. That moment when June and Rutherford have that conversation where they let it all out, what they've been doing, how they feel about what they've been doing. That's going to be a hell of a conversation. Like I said, I don't know that I could ever write a scene like that. That's going to be rough. But we'll see whenever it does happen. On the next episode, it'll probably be the day that he gets back to school, though I don't know that for sure. Oh God, look at my hairline. Oh jeez. Yeah, this was an emotional one. 2.5 fucking hours. Good Lord. So, I'll go ahead and do the YouTuber thing before I go. If you haven't filled out the Deckerlink Census 2020, it's just a survey about what you think about the channel. It's a Google form, link in the description. Remember, there's the buttons if you liked it or not to let me know. God, I'm not good at doing the YouTuber fucking call to action shit. Is it weird? Is it weird? Does it bother you guys at all? I'm genuinely curious about that. Please let me know. Oh yeah, follow me on all the places. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. I guess that's really it. Snapchat. No, I don't fucking buy. No, I can actually do the actual outro. Thank y'all for watching. Genuinely, thank you. And I've been the trained unprofessional, and you're not. Fucking hell. There's so much shit. I can see why YouTube or like mainstream YouTube videos are like 90% call to action because you don't have fucking time for anything else. Jesus Christ. Bye. Oh.